Hello, hello, hello everybody, and welcome back to the stream. Have we got a good one for you today? We are going to be playing Satisfactory. We're going to be building the train station connecting to our heavy modular frames. If you remember from last time, we were able to get that taken care of and squared away. Everything looks great on that. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for outside decorations. I might just leave it the same. That's okay with me. But anyway, let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time, and let's play some Satisfactory. So, the plan for today is going to be making a train station, and I don't believe... Oh, sorry, I'm thinking over myself. Here's the thing. So, I have three options available to me. I have one option where I make the train station and not include any... not include any off-ramp surplus? I'm unsure. Any docking bay for my train, the one that I use to just go around. I could build what I've built in the past, where I just have a rail that just goes slightly under it, and it's a little bit wonky, but it gets the job done. Or I have thought a way that I could put a train station underneath the other train station, so to have two train stations, and that train station would be separate in the sense that I could just tell my train to go to that station and it would take care of itself, and I wouldn't have to drive it at all, and it would figure out the pathing for me. I suppose it all depends on how I do things and where I decide to bring my train track out from. So that would be the first place we need to start off with. And I am going to do it from this level. I think I'm going to do it branching off right here. And we're just going to build it that way, I think. Do I want to build it a little bit more off that way? I don't know. This is the problem, is I don't know what I want to do with this train station. Because I think I want to have my train station the same level as that, but it needs to be at the same height as this. Or in the grid, same grid as this. And that can get very complicated sometimes. So, first off, I think what we're going to need to do is build this like this, so... Oh, wrong way. Like this. That's better. And then just go vertical up a bunch. Okay, and then we do it again. Okay, that should be close enough. So now what we're going to do is just go out and see at what level we need things to be. Okay, this is very clearly not the right level. Okay, I did say that I want it to be square with this, but at that level, so perhaps the easiest thing would be to go from there. And let's see, so we're going to say we're going to turn starting right here, I think. That train collision happened from last time. It's not breaking anything, and they're going to be removed once I get into the factory making anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. 1, 2. So we're going to make a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to have it go out from right here. We're going to have this come here to here, basically. And then from here, let's see what level we need the station to be at. I do believe, yeah, this right here is the level we are going to build things at. So we're going to build it on the world grid because, like I've mentioned before, it is, oh boy, dang it, I do not want to accidentally grab things that I shouldn't. So we'll leave that there. So yeah, we are going to build our train station at the world level, or on the grid. It doesn't have to be right here necessarily. In fact, I don't think I want it to be here because we have it colliding with this. And we need space. We could go out a little bit more, but I think I would rather prefer us to go 2 more this way. 3 more this way, and then have this be the trains where the train comes in. So here's the thing, we need several stations worth of room, and we don't want to collide with that in case of future projects. So it makes things extremely difficult, and it is all my fault for trying to build in such a confined space. So I don't think I'm going to build it right there. I could say, let's see. Okay, let's have this be the front of the first station right here. And we will have the trains come in on this space. So, or on this space. I think it needs to be this space, so we're going to go out 1 more right here. And the first station is going to go right here. Then we need to build out enough space to have 3 cars and then another station. So this took up 2, so we need to go 7 more. 7 more rows. One. Oh, missing iron plates. Where are we on concrete? Looks like we need more concrete as well. This is not going to be the final materials that I'm going to use, by the way. I am going to come in and replace everything. So 2, so we need 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that should give us enough space to get back out. And how is it looking with our miner, with our deposit? It's going to interrupt with it. So do I go one more over? One more over, looks like this, or it's coming from there. Could curve instantly and that could fix it. Don't know. I don't know. I say let's go for it. Because as much as the train station might encroach on this, it completely messes with the other ones, so. And then we are going to do a freight platform because I know that we are going to need it in the future. And then we just have empty platform with catwalk over here. 2, 3. No. Got in the way of it. 3. Oh, I was off by 1. And then we need another train station. Going the opposite direction. What do you mean the floor is too steep? Is it a tree? I've never had this happen to me before. It's the only thing I can think of. It was. That is weird. Okay, next thing we need to do is to see how tall it is. So this is 1, 2, 3. Only for 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is ground level. And then we need to go up. We need to keep a 6 thing clearance, which we do not have at this level. Well, not much we can do with that. Okay, so let's go through and replace these now. We will keep this here for our reference. I don't know why I did that. And then we are going to go grab this, and we are going to attach it right there. Sure, that will work. And then before I forget, let's get rid of that. Interesting. For whatever reason, that train station still was struggling. Yeah, what the heck? Never had this problem before, by the way. Is it still a tree? Is it still you messing with this whole thing? I try to be reasonable with the trees. If they don't get in my way, I won't cut them down. But when they start acting like this around my stuff, then we have problems. That was literally it. What the heck? I've never seen that happen before. Okay, so from here we need 6 space difference. Or as close to it as we can get. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we will take this and we will build it until it is level. I think right here is reasonable. We need to go up one more. this one, I actually think I am more inclined to make a 4 deep. Because it costs the same. But it will push everything into the ground nicely. It's more important on the outsides that it looks like it just goes through all the way. Every little layer. Okay, and then from here we shouldn't have to worry about it again. Okay, good. That was the correct location. Okay, time to clear out the foliage. Sorry, plants. You're in my way. I don't like deforestation any more than the next person. I know, I wish we could be friends too. The reason why I am using the chainsaw on the low bushes is to get rid of the surrounding foliage around it as well. Because there's a lot of bushes I could be picking up, and they're all just like in the floor, and so this way I don't have to go and pick up every one. The chainsaw makes a clear area around it, so that results in less work for me. Which is the whole point of this game. I have like, and on top of that I have so much biomass, I can afford to waste the fuel. Okay. Next, we need to build out more stations, but we don't have enough heavy modular frames, which is a good thing that we made some. That's what this factory is all about. Nice, it is coming along great. And then right here, this is what I was afraid of. Not enough space. It's actually important for this one, I suppose. Oh, sadness is me. How far off am I? I'm 2 off, I think. I think that's how tall this is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm an entire 4 off. Okay. So what this means is I can't do this the way I want to. Which also means that I'm just going to have to do what I've done at the other factories. And build out this whole thing as just a separate block. It's not the end of the world. I've done it plenty of times before. I am going to keep it at this level just because it's nicer. But it does mean that we need to get rid of this layer. And this one too for now. And I think it also means that we get rid of this. Yes, I believe that is the case. All right. So now that we have this, we need to go and connect it up. So we are going to take this, put it here for now. Oh, this is the wrong material. We use this for the trains. This is used for the station. This is going to be used for the train railway. We went out 3, I think, like this. I believe was how we did it. And then now we go into our train builder, and we are going to say from here to here. And here to there. We'll just go 10 for now, because I need to check on how we're going to connect this up. Because this needs to be flat as well. So we'll see where this wants to go to be at a good level. So it still needs to go out more, because it is too sharp of a turn. Oh. Really? That's very weird. I actually wouldn't have expected that. See, this I understand. So it needs to go 1.5 farther out. Oh, that would be why. Okay, so that technically should mean that this will play nicely with it. It looks like it does. Okay, cool. And I can work with that. I'm okay to have that be the case. And then you are going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We're going to have it come up to my hope is that I can get this to feed in. This would come in this way. This would go that way. I think it's asking for too much to ask it to loop onto that. Maybe? Let's bring this up to here and see what everything is going to look like. Too sharp of a turn. It means that's too sharp of a turn. That would work. Meaning this should work. Okay, what about this? Also no. Okay, but what if we... Okay, so let's take a look then at where this wants to become straight. Did you know there's a smiley face right there? There totally is! Never noticed that before. Cool. Well, that's a new finding. About right here is where I'd want to try to get what I was just doing. Right here. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do for this. Didn't think this was gonna work. I'm always doing this, by the way, finding impossible instances for tracks. I'm quite fed up with it. I've done it so many times. How much farther is this? Let's take a look. Because it honestly doesn't matter when I split off. Like this would be okay for me. I don't have to have it right here. And it might make it easier on me doing it this way. One, two. Technically, this should work as a curve. But I think it's too... I think it works as a curve coming this way, but not the other way. Okay, so this might work now. So what we're going to want to do is have it come flat here. I don't think that is going to work. So basically what I'm doing, guys, is I need it to turn. If we're coming this way, I need to be given the option to be able to go up that way or that way. So from here, I need to be able to turn into this and go that way. And I need to be able to come from here and turn into this and go that way. Also, I need to be able to go that way, but that's what this is for. From here, this will come in that way, and I will be able to go that way. So that's the whole point of this section. It's this section right here that I am struggling to figure out. I don't really have to worry about this line, because if I can figure out how to get this to work correctly, this should be pretty easy to figure out. Okay, let's get rid of this and this. Okay, and then this. Okay, I suppose next we need to see if this will work. Didn't think it would. Too sharp of a turn. What if we took it from here, though? I've never seen that happen before. That's funny. This will work. Going like this. Also gives us new opportunities to try to curve this. Thing is, I am not too fussy with extending over. It's just it's not even letting me try to figure that out. This is the coaxing phase, basically. I'm making concession upon concession, trying to get it to line up. that's supposed to be there. Good enough. And we'll have this come here. This will come here. And then this will come here. This. Oh. I was not expecting to have problems coming this way. It might just be that we need to go one more. Yeah, like that. Again, I dislike having stuff run through my pillars, but at this point I need those to be there. And then there's a very graceful solution as to how we support this. And we discovered how easy it is to use last time. This time we are going to use the big one. Just do that. There. Physically supported. And we'll get rid of these as well. And then we'll do the same thing right here. Just like that. We will keep that there, however. We'll keep the concrete platforms here. Okay, so now what we need to do the block signal is a little bit messed up. So we're going to need to push this back to being a path signal here, a block signal here. We get rid of this, we get rid of this. We need another path signal. Right here, and a block right here. And then we make this a path signal going that way and a block signal going this way. And that fixes that problem perfectly. Next, what we do is we take our signals again, take this block signal, have it go here and here and here and here. Then we need to take a path signal and actually make this a path signal as well. Path signal right there. Path signal right there. And this path signal. And that should fix everything. It does. There's a reason this is so important. Because You can tell by our crashed trains over there that sometimes things don't always work out. When trains are signaling to each other when they need to go places. So what I have done, I need to make sure that this is done correctly. This is orange and not red. That's all fine right there. And then this is red. So trains are going to come here. I don't want them crashing into each other on this part. So that is pink. I don't think this was given one. This is white. So what we need to do again is have a block signal. Oh, it can't be placed on the end of the track. We'll get to that. Actually, we can do that right now. So what we need to do now is figure out how we're going to get this back up and lined up with that. So what we need to do is, I think we immediately go into a curve. And this is a new type of curve that I haven't shown yet on this channel. I think I'm just going to have it run into it. I don't know. We'll have to see, maybe. Let's just take concrete. There we go. Take this, we'll run it straight across here, and then go this way until we hit the level that we're at, which looks like it's right here. So that does not give us all that much room to work with. Trying to line up to go into that. This could get messy yet again. We love messy, don't we? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So what we need to do is to enable the track down here to catch back up, and also have enough space that we can branch out into 4 different things yet again. Because we're going to need to be able to go out that way, and come in here. Do I care about coming in here after you miss it? Don't know if I do. I think I have to, just to keep the continuity going of signals. Okay, so yeah, it needs to split into 4 things. Okay, so anyway, what we're going to do, immediately going into a turn, we are going to take our trusty catwalks. We do this, then we hold control, and then we increment on a scale of 1/18 of what's regularly given. We'll see if this is enough time. Looks like it is. That's good. It's always off by a little bit, but in this case it is all right because that is off by a little bit. I don't want to talk about it. Then what we need to do is we can just regularly place our tracks down. Like so. Too far. And then we run straight ahead until we meet up with this. At which point, we figure stuff out. And I'm wondering if it needs to become straight right here, or if it can go straight sooner. I think it can become straight sooner. So for now, let's have this come up to right here, and then we'll have this come up to here, and here, into there, and here, there. We're actually going to change that up a bit. Like that. This will work. This will work fine. Yeah, I can live with this quite well. Then we have a block signal right here and a path signal right there. And then coming this way, we do the same where we have a path going this way and a block going this way, and then we have a path we'll make this as short as we can. Okay, starting there. The reason I do this is because we need to keep our train line straight, otherwise it's a weird motion illness inducing experience. I've done it before when I was first playing with trains, and yeah, it wasn't the best. So anyway, we will have this be a block and this be a path, like so, and then that way it's the same thing as it was before. Excellent. Okay, so now from here we can start figuring out how the heck we're going to connect everything. Too sharp of a turn, too sharp of a turn. Is this able to go anywhere? No. Okay, so here is where it starts to get a little weird, because I absolutely need this to connect with something, anything, please. Okay, with less level. Okay. Working with slopes is very difficult. Okay, so we are given the same problem as we have before. This is able to reach into that. That is able to reach into this. And this is able to reach into this. Now we need to figure out how we're going to get this to join up. Because we can't do it here. Too many switch positions. This is too sharp of a turn. It must be barely too sharp of a turn, by the way. Yeah, must be barely too sharp of a turn. So, in the meantime, let's get rid of these three because I know those are going to work now. And let's figure out how we're going to get this connected. Yeah, look at that. So barely too close of a turn. That's so unfortunate. Okay, hopefully this will still reach out to everything correctly. And then this comes here. Excellent. It is such a mess. Such a huge diabolical mess. But it's my mess. So we need to change this to become a path signal. Then we go in and create this is a block. This is a path. This is a block. This is a path. Okay, and that should be everything good and fixed. Now we can actually bring these down by one. That's a path. That's a block. So basically, if you don't know, the difference between paths and blocks. Blocks will segment pieces of track out, so a train cannot enter the same block as another occupied train. So if a block is filled, which you can tell blocks apart by their colors. So if a train was to come through on the yellow and there was another train on the green, if this was a block, it would show up with red as it is now, telling it that it cannot travel through here. And it would stay red until the train left the block, and then the train could go through. The difference of a path signal is you use these especially with junctions, where you have crisscrossy train tracks like this. The purpose being is, this is a very bad example, Um, but there are others that aren't quite, that I've made that aren't quite so bad. Let me see if I can bring it up. It might be over here. Okay, so here's an example of a better looking junction. So, say now I'm using a path signal, which I am right there. This path signal will tell trains where to go along their designated path. So for instance, if I have a train come up to that block signal and a train come up to that block signal, the train to this signal is just going to keep going straight, and the train coming up to this block signal is going to take this path to turn around and go that way. The path signal will allow both of them to come through this block, even though it is technically going to be occupied by both trains at the same time. The reason being, if you see in the resource requirement, it takes computers, whereas block signals just takes a circuit board. The computers, technically speaking, if we go into like background reasoning, computer is smart enough to say, hey, you go here and you go here and you won't crash, which is true because this train is just going to be going straight ahead, not interfering at all with this train that's coming through around and then up this way. Therefore, the path signal allows for both of them to go through. If this was just a block, the path signal wouldn't allow the trains to go through if this train was going to go straight to keep going that way, whereas this train would be taking this path and then crisscrossing the path of the other train. Whereas if it was a block signal and they both happened to come through at the exact same time, the block signal would allow both of them to go through no problem. And so the path signal allows for greater efficiencies and just allowing trains to pass through the same thing, even if technically they are going to be going through the same intersection. So that's why I use them. I also hate how this looks, but I don't know if I can fix it. Foundations, half foundation. Doesn't look like I can fix it. Might have to just leave it like this. Trying to do a 90 curve like this is difficult to make it look good without more space that I don't really want to take up. So I think I'm just going to leave it as is. Alternatively, I could just do this. That's boring. this works good enough for me. So what we're going to do with this then is customize materials, concrete. It's not quite there, but it'll do the job. Okay, so now we need to label this. This is going to be well, we have labeled this as the West Coast oil field southbound. So, West Coast oil field. So this can be West Coast. Oh, I'm in all caps. West Coast heavy modular frames. This is southbound. Southbound. And this one is West Coast heavy modular frames northbound. Okay, now I need to take this wire and run it across into this. Too long? Oh well, fine. It can stay. So now we need to figure out the last little bit of our factory transportation. Let's have another one as well. Wall hole. We'll have this one be right here. We need rotors again. Dang it. You can't get away from it. I'm almost out of materials for it. And I need more. Ugh. Okay, then what we're going to do is we will have one hypertube lead right here. And then, oh, do I not have extra rods? Doesn't look like I do. Wow, okay. Because I need 8 more rotors. I wonder if there's some down there. Let's go check it out. See, this is what I've done in the past. Okay, and the reason I've come here is because I might have more rods in this little portion. I have rotors at the very least. I do have rods. Let's replenish that. Oh, I do have more screws as well. We'll deposit those here and take our full stack back. Take our motors. We'll go refill on our fuel as well while we're over here. Okay, while I'm over here as well, I'm going to go check up on our factory over here because I made a change in the process that wasn't originally there, and so I need to make sure that we're not killing the process. Specifically with these. It looks like we're doing okay with these petroleum cokes. Okay, yeah, they're full all the time. Full all the time. Not always full, but it's fuel. I'm okay with that. The next thing is we need to check up on our fuel storages. Okay, so this one looks like it's being depleted a little bit. 62 a minute. I'm actually... Let's watch this real quick. It doesn't always get what it needs, which is interesting. It's very interesting why that's not the case. Yeah, I'm surprised that that is not the case. Because that's producing 20 heavy oil residue a minute all the way across, right? All of these? Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 200 heavy oil residue a minute. So 200. This is 4080 because of this. 80, 140, 200. It's like exactly 200, so I'm surprised that it's not working like perfectly. Maybe it is now. Unsure. But yeah, honestly, kind of surprising. Okay, so we're good here. We can... Oh, because there's no pump. Okay. Real quick, what we're going to do, just to get the rest of this going, is we're going to take, or get the rest of this out so it's not wasted. We're going to do logistics, pipeline pump. That will go there. And then we need a wire to go from here to anywhere, really. Here. And that should drain the rest of the fuel into here. I would have hoped. What's up with this? I'm unsure. We might also need to do this just to get things going and finish clearing stuff out. That might help. Get the last little bit drained out. Well, I wanted to let you keep this, but you don't want it, so we'll just get rid of it. And then the next thing we need to do is make sure this is all being emptied. I think at this point we can just clear it all out. Because storage is empty, meaning this is also empty, meaning that's done. Yeah, we may as well just clean the whole system. Full pipe network. Flush. I've never done that before, actually. What that does is any pipe that's connected, you just got rid of all the liquid that was inside of it. So this was unaffected because it wasn't connected to this. That's a handy trick, by the way. If you need to reassign a power pole to a different location that's along the same path, or just a different location altogether, upgrade at 1 so you open up a different space, and then when you're done you can delete it. Okay, well, it seems to be going okay. These fuel generators aren't the priority generators. As long as they get enough, I'm okay with that. So anyway, we have the stuff that we need. We can go back now. We'll go park this train in the new spot that was made for it. We'll see how bad the switches are. This way, I think. There we are. Excellent. That will work. So what that means for us now one, we also need to line this up. Did I pick like the exact metal? I did. Okay. So we're going to put this right here, and then go back to transport. We now need hypertube of entrance, and then this, oh, we need another one. This goes into here. It's right here, and I think I did it wrong on this too. Hypertube entrance, that goes into there. Then this will connect to that, and this will connect to that. It's a glorious waste of that capability, but it'll work. And then we do a hypertube. This one will go there. That one will go there. Excellent. And if I want to go into the bottom, I can always just walk there. That's the plan. And then this one takes us over to here. And last thing that we're going to do for the day is get rid of this little piece of track. This was also a doozy to try and figure out, by the way, because I was just coming through one time wanting to stay here and build for a little bit, but I needed my train to be here since it had all of my surplus supplies. And I realized early on that I would need access to go in basically the exact formation as if I had made a junction. So that was quite a detour of figuring that out too. But there you have it. It is by far not finished. I have to do my signature train supports. We will get to that tomorrow. And otherwise, factory transportation, all done. There's going to need to be lighting. I will take care of lighting if and when I use Lumen in update 8. That will take a couple of months. And when I have to take care of lighting in one factory, I'm going to have to take care of lighting in all the factories. So we'll let that just sit there for now. Tomorrow, we will do my signature support. Unlike a lot of other of my factories, this is a specific look that I'm going for, so I will put this in walls and make it look a little bit nicer. It won't be anything overly much. The hub is going to be by far my most decorated train station. If we get this all done in a reasonable amount of time, we will go build out the factory for our phase 3 components and figure out how we're going to transport everything into them. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, that is it. I need to go up on here. Since we're over here, we may as well enjoy the view. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Take a quick photo. And that is where I'm going to leave you all today. So again, thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm going to hop off now. I will be streaming again tomorrow from about 10 to 11 Mountain Daylight Time and be on for about 2 hours. And yeah, I hope to see you all then. But that is all for now, and I'll see you later. Bye.